Some things never change. The media going after fans for caring about entertainment, it will always be this way. Because this is a headline designed to get clicks, to get attention, to get people like me to do video reactions. This is the desperate plea of somebody who's not very charismatic, not very talented, not very interesting, not very intelligent. They're desperately begging for attention. They're desperately begging for views because they know that their content is unreadable. So they want you to rage click on it because that's the best that they can hope to do. Now, there's a difference between now and in 2017. And I'll tell you what that difference is. The videos that I've done on Captain Marvel recently have done absolutely abysmally. They've been my worst performing videos. In 2017, they were my best performing videos by far. Here's the truth: people don't care about this topic anymore. They have forgotten about Brie Larson, they have forgotten about Captain Marvel, and while the Marvel's trailer has come out and it's gotten downvoted to hell and back, people just generally don't care about this as much because Marvel and Star Wars, they've done a pretty good job of just making people tune out of the hobbies that they once generally cared about. So, comic book fans have generally given up. They know that it's not going to get any better. They know that there's not really going to be an improvement when it comes to when it comes to the quality of the stuff that they're getting. They have accepted the fact that social justice warriors have ruined these industries, and so they just don't care. They've moved on, you know, and so this is the last remnant of that old media guard that's looking for relevance and activity by making headlines like this. And the irony here is that who is CT Jones, by the way? Let's just pull this up. Let's see if they have their Twitter. Because I think it's important to understand. Oh, see, yeah, see that makes sense. You start to get a picture if you look at the other stuff that they've done. You know, Dylan Mulvaney won't be silenced by a right wing freakout over her butt. Yeah, you get a sense of the type of just absolute scum, the talentless, virtue hungry scum that you find on these websites. Just the most bottom tier, attention seeking, irrelevant, desperate type of people. And the thing is, this person won't even put their social media out there. They want the attention, but in no way do they actually stand by the things that they say. There's no picture of this person. There's nothing that somebody, looking to follow their work could actually follow up on. But this is a really revealing thing. So I'm going to put this into the Magical Machine archive.is. I'm going to put this into the machine. Okay. So let's take a look. Surprise, surprise. Less than 3 days after Marvel Studios released the first trailer for the upcoming The Marvels, the film and its star Brie Larson are already facing backlash from the misogynistic side of fans. So, again, the reason why I showed you this person's other works is because I think it's important to let you know that this person is coming into this with the assumption that you're already bad people. And the people that they support, the ideas they support, are pretty much the most divisive, ignorant, evil, despicable, just downright detestable shit. It's stuff that most sane, normal people like you and I are opposed to. because it is the right thing to oppose them. But this person thinks that it gives them some kind of superiority to be part of that. So let's see. So they call it the misogynistic side of the fandom. Now, Brie Larson really hasn't gotten much pushback. People have made fun of her a little bit, but she's not getting much hate because she's not really saying much. The whole reason that people didn't like Brie Larson, by the way, is because she had this extremely feminist stance. And maybe it was because she thought that's what she had to say, but her thing of, oh, I don't smile. How dare you ask me to smile? You men. And her thing about, well, men, if you're a white man, I don't want to hear your opinion. It's like, I've done this in other videos where I talked about Brie Larson. In fact, one of my most popular videos, I played a soy boy beta male, entertainment reporter, commentator, doing an interview with Brie Larson, and it was the most embarrassing thing in the world. He was just sucking up and acting like an unbelievable fool. But the whole point of that is that there is this disgusting culture that persists in Hollywood and in entertainment that uses these buzzwords and uses these terms when really what they're advocating for is some of the worst shit you've ever seen. The most racist, the most low IQ, the most basic. Because they don't have anything to compensate for that. For them, they're such uninteresting people. They're such, well, I should say, they're of such low character. They're of such low intelligence that really their sexual orientation and their race is the only thing about themselves that they can possibly use to get people to pay attention to them because they have nothing else. They have no charm or charisma or intelligence. In theaters November 10th, The Marvels sees as titular characters. I've already done a review on this. The trailer was bad, but it's typical Marvel shit now. It's unappealing. Um, yeah, let's see. Put on YouTube. The official upload of studio has been hit with over 30,000 downvotes of copy pasta comments. So what they're trying to say is that it's just bots. It can't be authentic because this person disagrees with them, and if they disagree with it, then it has to be spam. It has to be illegitimate. To drown out the positive replies. There aren't many positive replies because the movie, I mean, it's about 50-50, but I mean, there aren't really that many positive comments because the movie looks like shit. It's repetitive, by the numbers garbage. It looks bad. But this person's trying to defend it, which is embarrassing. In comparison, Morbius, a super a superhero film derided by critics and audience, has only been disliked on YouTube. So she's comparing it to another movie that people didn't really like. Here's the difference. Morbius is just a bad movie. Morbius is just a bad movie. Captain Marvel is a bad movie. Well, I mean, the movie itself was pretty bad. But people are revolted by, well, who are you? What's your name? C.T. Jones? C.T. Jones, if that even is your real name. People are revolted by people like you. Your politics, the way that you speak, the way that you act, they find it to be instantly revolting. Like, they opened up the bushes and they happened to find like a poisonous snake on the other side. It's like their defenses are up and they're not really looking to get along to be friends. No, they're looking for the nearest shovel to cave your head in. I mean that, of course, metaphorically. No one's actually going to come and hurt you, but I mean that in terms of like the way that people respond online. They're looking for a way to just get you away from them and get you away from the IPs and the ideas and the comic industry that they like. Because people like you, C.T. Jones, are toxic. You are hateful. You are ignorant. You are vile. And the hate that you put out into the world towards men, using things like patriarchy, It is as revolting as. Let me put it in a way you may understand. The way that you interact with spaces that are predominantly for men and have always been for men, it would be as though you were comfortably in your bed and I broke into your house. Okay? Maybe I didn't even break in. Maybe, your landlord let me in. Right? And you're sitting there in bed, you're comfortable. Right? And I enter your room without permission, and you put your head up to see who it is, and I jump into bed with you, I force your head under the covers, and I rip the loudest, smelliest fart that you've ever seen. So you're under the covers with this rank ass fart from this stranger, and you're dying. It smells like the worst thing you've ever imagined, and you're just like, that is how you come across when you're dealing with fans of comic books and entertainment. They're just minding their own business. They like their escapism, they like their entertainment. And you, with your feminism and your buzzwords and your bullshit and your toxicity and your toxically masculine energy, you come in there and you basically put their head under the covers and you deliver a fart. Well, you wouldn't like it when I did it to you, and we don't like it when you do it to us. Now, your farts come in the form of your writing and your personality, being that they are as rancid as a fart from somebody that's been fast on a juice fast for a couple of days and then eating a whole bunch of Taco Bell. Now, if you've never known anyone who's done that, let me just tell you the results. A family member of mine went on a juice cleanse for 3 days and then they ate a bunch of Taco Bell. The resulting gas was what many people would refer to as, bioweapons of mass destruction. It was absolutely horrific. I nearly died a couple times. So my point is that you are as offensive to people as that fart was to me. And so what you end up killing is, not our sense of smell and taste and anything else. You kill our passion and desire to be part of any sort of fandom. You kill the desire to engage with this stuff by accusing us of all sorts of bad behavior. This isn't Larson's first time dealing with man children for Chexnos doing her contractually obligated job. No, it's not contractually obligated. They should go on stage and start talking about the patriarchy and start talking about feminism and start talking about how smiling is a microaggression. Going on the type of rant that you probably like. But no, her job is not to alienate the fans or to make them feel depressed and negative and just try to berate them. No, that's what you do, and my job is to make videos making fun of you because, there's so much subject matter there. I really, really wish that you had a picture because I'd be making fun of that as well. Not because I'm necessarily toxic, although there may be a little bit of that, but simply because I think that it's appropriate to match your energy, and your energy in this article is absolutely abysmal. The way that you treat other people is shocking. You call them man children. Well, I can think of nothing as woman children, if you want to use gender terms, or a cunt, which is really what you are. As this article, it is snippy, it is derisive, it is pedestrian in its analysis. Your bias is so clear, it's so pathetically predictable. Anyone who knows anything about feminism or wokeness could be able to see what your take would be from a mile away. You're just like every other person that thinks that they're special for believing in this stuff, and you're not. You're just like everyone else. You're not special. You're not interesting. There's nothing here that I found that makes me think in any way. It just is derivative garbage from an inferior minded moron that writes stuff like this all the time thinking that it makes them special as they go to get their Starbucks latte paying overly expensive, overly priced amounts for that. You go and live a life that is basically by consensus. You go to the same places as everyone else. You say the same things as everyone else. You are a drone. You are an NPC. You are a bot. You are repetitive, which is why nothing in this surprised me. As I'm reading this, nothing surprises me here. Nothing is shocking. Your stupidity, your lack of class, your lack of intelligence, your lack of charisma, it is so abundantly clear. Things like whiny pushback. Well, of course, we've heard this stuff before. This is nothing new. Your attempt to degrade and belittle and demean and insult fans is nothing new. They're used to it by now, and they've grown a pretty thick plate of armor because of it, unfortunately. So let's see. Whiny pushback hasn't prevented some fans from looking forward to Larson. Hasn't prevented some fans from looking forward to Larson's film. The Marvel's trailer has been viewed 13 million times. It's currently the number 2 trending trailer on YouTube and is one of the most downvoted in MCU history. Maybe this will give MCU fans something more concrete to cry over. Yeah, so really what I would conclude with is that this person is your typical pathetic, sad, lonely, social justice oriented person. They're not creative, they're not clever, they're not unique. These opinions, and I see why they don't actually put your social media, because it doesn't matter who you are. This name could be anything. You are replaceable. You're not special. This type of brain dead opinion could come from an AI generated thing. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is AI generated. Who knows? Because it's so predictable. It's so by the numbers. It's so programmed that it doesn't really matter. Just say you hate women and leave. No, I don't hate women. No, absolutely not. I think you hate men. But more importantly, I think truthfully this person hates themselves. I think that's really what it is at the end of the day. If I had to make a guess, and this is out of nowhere, just by this person, the way they talk, if they're not an AI generated robot, I would say that they're probably most likely single, or if not, they're in a very unhealthy, very unhappy relationship. I would say that this person constantly thinks that the reason why they fail in everything that they do is a result of the patriarchy and men holding them down and them having the wrong opinions, or in their mind they have the right opinions, and that's why they're held down. The reason is because their personality sucks. They're probably not very attractive. They probably have this toxic personality of a skunk, and try to blame other people for it. And it's repulsive. It really is. Now, the Rolling Stone is not known for being accurate or honest or integral, as evidenced by that, what is it? Rolling. Yeah, you remember this one? Remember this one? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, so the Rolling Stone made up a story that they heard from a girl, didn't verify any of it, wrote the story uncritically, blamed this fraternity of this terrible behavior with doing no due diligence, and in the end, it turned out that she was lying. This is a pretty infamous case. And they ended up having to pay a small fortune because the story was discredited. It was completely debunked. That's the Rolling Stone. They have no commitment to the truth or integrity. They're just a bunch of hateful, spiteful, deranged losers. So that's enough time given to this person. The article is pretty by the numbers. I'm not really excited for this or hate this. It's just I make fun of it because it's what I do. But yeah, people don't really care. But you know what you should care about? You should care about helping me grow on Rumble. We're building something here. We're up to 22. Understand, a couple of days ago, this was 6. We're building. We're growing. And I say this in my other video, and this has been something that people have been interested in. Look at my first video here, 3110. Okay, let's take a look. We got 110, 1. My point is that these videos got almost no traction when I first started this. But look at this. This video, 16 hours ago, 7 views. That's more than an entire page worth of videos. This one got 5, 16, 4. Yeah, I don't know why that one didn't do well. But my point is, you look at this, 15, 13, 9, 15, with actual engagement, 27, 10, 9, 6, 9, 14, 22, 23. And this is with 22 followers. The engagement rate is on another level if you really think about how many people are following to how many people are watching. So I want you to be part of this. We're building a rocket to the moon, and every little bit helps. So thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.